Welcome back, Game with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and today we have another banger for you guys. This video is going to be a crazy video, epic video, so let's jump into it. Before we jump into it, make sure you smash that like button right here at this point, because this video requires a lot of likes. As today we're going to be sharing with you guys how to get the fastest lap in the GP events. Alright, so fastest lap is used for the tiebreaker in the GP event. So if you and somebody else scores the same score, if you and somebody else score 376 at the finals, and you guys are tied on score, the fastest lap is the tiebreaker that is going to separate who gets P1 from who gets P2. And we're going to be sharing with you guys how to get the fastest lap in this one. Alright, so we're going to be talking about the fastest lap and how to get the fastest lap in the GP events. Alright, so to get the fastest lap in the GP events, there are a few factors that are going to be putting you in an advantage, different from the strategy, but this is basically the main way how you're going to get that fastest lap. Now, the track temperatures and stuff like that does affect your fastest lap time. So you want to make sure you always know that those things are going to be a factor also in the fastest lap. Now, other than that, you have no control over that. So the things you do have control over in the fastest lap is basically the kind of boost that you're going to be using, the kind of setup you're going to be using, and the tracks where you're going to be getting the fastest lap. All right. Now, when coming into the GP events, there are 5 tracks that you can possibly get the fastest lap on. And if none of these 5 tracks are in there, then I don't know. I don't know. The 6th track, but possibly you're going to get the fastest lap. I don't know. But naturally, one out of these 5 tracks are always in the events, because that is a track you got to be using to get the fastest lap. All right, so track number 1 is going to be Austria as track number 1, and if we look in this event, we don't have Austria here, but Austria is where you could get the fastest lap in the game. The second track to get the fastest lap in the game is going to be Mexico, which is going to be number 2, where you can get the fastest lap in the game at Mexico. The third fastest track to get the fastest lap in the game is going to be Brazil. The fourth is going to be Canada, and the 5th is going to be Imola. Alright, so that's 5 tracks where you can get the fastest lap in the game. Now, if you have a Imola and a Brazil in the event, and possibly Imola is 100% wet, that means, no, if you have like Brazil in there and Brazil is wet and Imola is dry, that means that Imola is going to be the track to give you the fastest lap, as Brazil is wet, so wet races are slower than dry races. All right, so you got to take these things into factor when jumping for the fastest lap. Now, the boost you want to be using to get the fastest lap is basically power boost. All right, and then from other than the power boost, you have the Kawaii boost, which is grip and corners, which is extremely good for fastest lap as well. Now, the fireworks boost is the best boost to get the fastest lap in the game. Reason being why the fireworks boost is the best boost to get the fastest lap in the game, it gives you speed and acceleration. All right, so if you don't have speed and acceleration, if you don't have any fireworks boost, then another power boost, which would be the dead fast or the eclipse, is what you're going to be needing to get the fastest lap. Now, on Austria, the fastest lap is definitely going to be the power boost. All right. Now, Mexico, the Kawaii seems to be a little bit faster on Mexico, because Mexico kind of requires more grip and aero, which is corners, in there to get the fastest lap. So on Mexico, the fastest lap is going to be given to you with the Kawaii boost. All right. Now, we see Brazil coming back to power boost for the fastest lap, which I said is going to be mainly the fireworks, because it gives you that power and that acceleration. All right, so mainly the fireworks. All right, so Canada requires grip and corners. Imola requires grip and corners. So those two tracks are going to be the Kawaii boost to get the fastest lap. Now we're going to be jumping into a race here and demonstrating to you guys how to get the fastest lap. So another thing you want to know as well to get the fastest lap, you want to have the car with the most power, aero, and grip on there. You don't want to focus too much on reliability. So this setup right now will give you the most power, grip, and aero you could possibly get. If you don't have these parts, let's say you're playing Contenders GP and you're aiming to get that fastest lap, you just want to make sure you put on the parts that gives you the most power, grip, and aero to get the fastest lap. The second best thing is that you're going to need your strongest driver to make the fastest lap attempt. So if Max Verstappen is your highest level driver that you have and he's at level 7, then you want to go with him. If Lewis Hamilton is your second best highest driver you got and he's at level 6 or level 7, then you want to go with him. You want to make sure you go with your fastest driver for the fastest lap. We're going to be jumping into a lower series race here, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to get the fastest lap. Alright, so here we go for a qualifying on the Red Bull Ring, where we're going to be sharing with you guys how to get the fastest lap. This one we're qualifying in the wet. It doesn't matter as long as you're qualifying in the front of the pack. Alright, you're going to need to be qualifying in the at least top 4, top 5 of the pack. If you're not qualifying in the top 5, then the fastest lap attempt is going to be foiled. And then you're going to basically give your driver that you're making the fastest lap attempt with the fastest lap boost. All right, then your second driver, you could give them whatever. You don't really need to give them a fast boost because they're not attempting the fastest lap. All right, so what you want to do is make sure that they're not team ordering your front driver. So you want your front driver to pull away, and then you can basically slow down the pack with your second driver. All right, so then you want to just cruise around the track here. You don't want to go burning out your tires too fast, burning down your fuel or your boost too fast. You just want to cruise around, and then on the start of the new lap, you want to kick that boost off. Now, as you can see, the track is nice and clean air, and you're just going to let your driver run just like that. All right, and you're going to see this timing screen start to light up. There you go, setting fastest section 1. Sector 1, then he's going to set the fastest sector 2, and basically he's going to be setting the fastest lap of the race. All right, so you can go again for another attempt after the first run. As you can see, you're still in nice clean air, and you're just going to let him fly and let him go. Keep going until he starts to catch up to traffic. Gonna let him keep going, flying, blue flags, and there he goes, and that's another attempt. All right, so that's basically how you get the fastest lap. I'm gonna be finishing up this race and show you guys at the end of the race what the fastest lap that we got for Max Verstappen was. All right, so here we go for our fastest lap, and as you can see, Max Verstappen doing a 20.262 there at this level that we are at, which is pretty good. If you're going to be challenging for that P1 slot in Contenders, if you're not maxed out and you want to challenge for that P1 slot and the fastest lap has been giving you a problem, well, there you go, guys. Now you know what you need to do to get your fastest lap. All right, so that's basically going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this one. Use code word player down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos for all your support, and hopefully this one helps you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, good guys, bye. Shout out to Marco Pedrana, Vid Mantis, Alfredo Jr., and Touch My Dilly.
They say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways.